Have you ever caught your cat staring at you from across the room and wondered what's going through their mysterious mind? Are they plotting world domination, judging your life choices, or is there something deeper happening behind those enigmatic eyes? The truth about what your cat thinks of you might surprise you more than you imagine. You probably think you understand your cat. They're independent, aloof, and only care about food and sleep. But recent scientific discoveries reveal that your feline companion has a rich inner world filled with complex emotions, sophisticated social intelligence, and yes, genuine affection for you. The relationship between you and your cat is far more intricate than the simple, I feed you, you tolerate me dynamic most people believe. Let's dive into the fascinating world of feline psychology and uncover what your cat really thinks about you, why they behave the way they do, and how their perception of you might completely change how you see your relationship. If you're ready to unlock the secrets of your cat's mind, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss these incredible insights into your pet's hidden world. Point 1. Your cat has a mental map of you. Unlike dogs who rely heavily on visual recognition, cats create what scientists call a sensory profile of their favorite humans. Your cat knows you by a combination of your scent, voice, footsteps, and daily routines. They can distinguish your car engine from hundreds of others, recognize your key in the lock before you even open the door, and detect your mood from the way you walk across the room. This mental map is incredibly detailed and personal. Your cat doesn't just know your home. They know if you're tired, stressed, happy, or sad based on subtle changes in your behavior that you might not even notice yourself. They've been studying you far longer and more intently than you realize. When your cat seems to appear out of nowhere the moment you're feeling down, it's not coincidence. They've learned to read your emotional states through micro changes in your scent, posture, and energy. You're not just their human, you're their ongoing research project. Point 2, cats think you're a terrible cat. Here's something that might amuse you. Your cat likely thinks you're the most incompetent cat they've ever met. You can't hunt properly, you make too much noise, you don't groom yourself adequately, and you have no idea how to use a litter box correctly. From their perspective, you're like a large, clumsy kitten who somehow survived to adulthood despite being completely helpless. This is actually why many cats bring you gifts, dead mice, birds, or toys. They're not trying to gross you out, they're trying to teach you how to hunt because they genuinely believe you might starve without their help. It's like a parent bringing home groceries for a child who can't cook. Your cat's patient tolerance of your obvious inadequacies is actually a sign of deep affection. They've decided to take care of you despite your glaring deficiencies as a feline. In their mind, you're family. Just a very special needs family member who requires extra attention. Point 3, you're their chosen human. Cats don't just tolerate the person who feeds them, they actively choose their favorite human. And this choice often has nothing to do with who provides the food. Cats select their preferred person based on personality compatibility, energy levels, and emotional connection. Your cat might love you best because you move quietly, speak softly, respect their boundaries, or simply because your energy feels calm and safe to them. Some cats prefer humans who ignore them initially, as this non-threatening approach allows them to approach on their own terms. Once a cat chooses you, you become their person in a way that's remarkably similar to how humans form romantic attachments. They become attuned to your schedule, seek out your company, and may even become jealous when you pay attention to other pets or people. You're not just living with a cat, you're in a relationship with one. Point 4, cats see you as their personal servant. Let's be honest, your cat probably thinks you exist to serve them, and they're not entirely wrong. From your cat's perspective, you're an incredibly useful creature who provides food on demand, opens doors, operates the mysterious water faucet, and generates heat for optimal napping conditions. Cats only train humans they genuinely care about. That demanding meow at 5 a.m. isn't just about breakfast. It's about communication. Your cat has learned to modify their vocalizations specifically for you, developing a unique language that exists only between the two of you. When your cat trains you to respond to their requests, they're actually showing trust and affection. They believe in your ability to understand and meet their needs, which is a form of intimacy. You're not just their servant, you're their trained partner in an elaborate dance of mutual care. Point 5. Your cat knows your secrets. Cats are incredibly observant creatures who notice patterns and changes that escape human attention. Your cat knows when you're about to get sick before you do, recognizes when you're lying to someone on the phone, and can predict your emotional breakdowns days in advance. They notice when you come home later than usual, when you smell different, when you're more tired than normal, or when you're hiding something from other family members. Cats are like furry little private investigators who have access to information about you that even your closest friends don't know. This intimate knowledge creates a unique bond between you and your cat. They're not just pets sharing your space. They're witnesses to your life who know you in ways that few other beings do. When your cat offers comfort during difficult times, they're responding to information they've gathered through careful observation of your patterns and behaviors. Point 6. Cats have complex opinions about your friends. Your cat doesn't view your social circle neutrally. They have distinct opinions about each person who enters their territory. Some visitors are immediately accepted, others are tolerated, and some are clearly disapproved of. These judgments are based on factors like scent, energy, voice tone, and how these people interact with both you and your cat. Interestingly, cats often dislike people who try too hard to win their affection and prefer those who ignore them initially. They're excellent judges of character and can often detect insincerity or negative intentions that humans miss. When your cat hides from certain visitors or becomes extra affectionate when specific people come over, they're expressing their social preferences. They see themselves as having opinions about your relationships and aren't shy about expressing them through their behavior. Point 7. Your cat views your home as a shared kingdom. To your cat, your home isn't just your space that they happen to live in, it's a shared territory that they help manage and protect. They have opinions about furniture placement, disapprove of certain changes, and maintain their own systems for monitoring and controlling their environment. Your cat likely has established patrol routes, preferred vantage points, and specific areas they consider their responsibility to oversee. When they follow you from room to room, they're not just being social, they're fulfilling their role as co-manager of the household. This territorial sharing is actually a sign of deep trust and partnership. Wild cats are extremely territorial and rarely share space willingly. By accepting you as a co-inhabitant of their domain, your cat is showing the highest form of feline respect and affection. Point 8. Cats think you're emotionally fragile. Because cats are naturally more emotionally reserved than humans, they often view human emotional expression as excessive or unstable. From their perspective, humans are dramatic creatures who laugh too loudly, cry too often, and generally experience emotions at an intensity that cats find overwhelming. This is why many cats offer comfort when their humans are upset, not because they're sad too, but because they recognize that their human is in distress and needs support. It's like caring for an emotionally unstable but beloved family member. Your cat's calm presence during your emotional moments isn't indifference. It's their way of providing stability and grounding energy. They're trying to be the emotional anchor you clearly need, which is actually a profound form of care and understanding. Point 9. Your sleep schedule baffles them. Cats are naturally crepuscular, meaning they're most active during dawn and dusk. Your habit of sleeping through these prime activity times probably seems wasteful and confusing to your cat. From their perspective, you're missing the best parts of the day and then staying active during the boring midday and evening hours. This is why many cats try to help by waking you up at dawn. They genuinely think you're missing out on important activities. They're not being malicious. They're trying to include you in what they consider the proper rhythm of life. Your cat's adjustment to your human schedule is actually a significant compromise on their part. They're adapting their natural instincts to accommodate your bizarre, from their perspective, daily routine, which is another sign of their attachment to you. Point 10. Cats believe you need protection. Despite your obvious size advantage, many cats see themselves as your protector. They monitor your surroundings, alert you to potential threats, like that suspicious leaf that moved in the yard, and position themselves strategically to watch over you while you sleep. When your cat sleeps on your bed, follows you to the bathroom, or sits between you and strangers, they're often acting as your personal security system. They take this responsibility seriously and may become stressed when they can't fulfill their protective duties. This protective instinct reveals how much your cat values you. They wouldn't bother protecting someone they didn't genuinely care about. Your safety and well-being have become part of their personal mission in life. Point 11. Your cat has opinions about your lifestyle choices. Cats are creatures of routine who prefer predictability and stability. They notice when you stay up too late, eat irregular meals, bring home strange smells, or disrupt the household schedule. While they can't verbally express their disapproval, they certainly have opinions about your life choices. A cat who starts acting out after you begin a new relationship, change jobs, or alter your daily routine isn't just being difficult. They're expressing concern about changes that affect their sense of security and stability. They've invested in your predictable patterns and feel unsettled when those patterns change. Your cat's resistance to change isn't stubbornness. It's their way of trying to maintain the stable environment that makes them feel safe and secure. They see themselves as having a say in household decisions that affect their well-being. Point 12. The truth about feline affection. The biggest misconception about cats is that they're unaffectionate or indifferent to their humans. The truth is that cats express love differently than dogs or humans, but their affection is just as real and meaningful. Slow blinks, gentle head bonks, purring, kneading, and choosing to sleep near you are all profound expressions of feline love. Your cat's affection is earned rather than freely given, which makes it more precious. When a cat chooses to show you love, they're making a deliberate decision based on trust, comfort, and genuine attachment. It's not automatic or instinctual, it's personal and meaningful. Understanding and recognizing cat affection for what it is can completely transform your relationship. Your cat isn't withholding love. They're expressing it in their own unique language that requires patience and understanding to fully appreciate.
As a cat, the world is experienced very differently from the way humans see it. Your senses are tuned to a different frequency, and your mind processes stimuli in ways that reflect both predator and prey instincts. From vision to hearing, smell, and even the unique way you feel and move through your environment. Being a cat offers a perspective that is, in many ways, more acute and yet fundamentally alien to the human experience. Number 1, vision. Cats are often thought of as nocturnal creatures, and for good reason. Their eyes are built to handle low-light situations exceptionally well. In a cat's world, night and day are not such stark opposites as they are for humans. While humans rely heavily on daylight for clarity, cats can see remarkably well in dim conditions. Their large corneas and pupils, which can expand to almost the entire size of the eye, allow them to capture as much light as possible in the dark. This is why your cat can effortlessly navigate a room at night, leaping onto furniture with precision while you stumble around in the dark. However, a cat's world isn't bathed in the full spectrum of colors that humans enjoy. Cats are thought to be dichromatic, meaning they see the world primarily in shades of blue and green. Reds and oranges likely appear as shades of gray or brown. Imagine looking at a vibrant sunset, but instead of a fiery blaze of oranges, reds, and pinks, you see muted tones that don't quite match the richness of what a human would perceive. For a cat, the subtleties of movement and light are far more important than vibrant colors. Cats are also much more attuned to movement. A flicker in the grass or a sudden shadow catches their attention immediately. Their ancestors, skilled hunters that they were, needed this acute sensitivity to motion to detect prey quickly. In the eyes of a cat, a tiny twitch on the periphery of vision could signify something important, perhaps a mouse, a bird, or just a toy that mimics the movements of prey. Number 2, hearing. If a cat's vision is tuned for the low light of dawn and dusk, their hearing is tuned for the quietest rustle of leaves, the faintest squeak of a distant mouse. Cats can hear a far broader range of frequencies than humans. While humans hear sounds ranging from 20 Hz to 20,000 Hz, cats can hear sounds from as low as 48 Hz to as high as 85,000 Hz. This sensitivity to high frequencies helps cats pick up on the sounds of small animals, which often communicate and move within these higher frequency ranges. For a cat, the world is alive with sounds that humans might never notice. A gentle breeze may carry the sound of a distant insect's wings or the soft patting of another cat's paws. When a cat cocks its head or swivels its ears, it is honing in on a specific sound in its environment, trying to pinpoint exactly where it is coming from. Cats also have an uncanny ability to detect sounds from a distance. Their large, funnel-shaped ears can rotate independently, allowing them to locate the direction of a sound with incredible precision. A cat sitting quietly in a room might appear to be at ease, but its ears are constantly working, picking up sounds from all around. It's as though they have a constant, invisible radar scanning their environment for potential threats or opportunities. Number 3, smell. If humans are visual creatures, cats are creatures of scent. Their sense of smell is far more developed than ours. A cat's nose contains around 200 million scent receptors, compared to about 5 million in a human's nose. This means that while a human might walk into a room and notice the furniture or the colors of the walls, a cat walks into the same room and is immediately bombarded with information about who has been there, what they've eaten, and where they've been. Cats use their sense of smell not just to identify objects and individuals, but also to communicate. Scent marking is an important part of a cat's behavior. They have scent glands located on their cheeks, paws, and at the base of their tails, which they use to mark their territory. When a cat rubs against you, it's not just being affectionate. It's also marking you with its scent, claiming you as part of its territory. The world through a cat's nose is complex and layered. Every surface, every object carries a wealth of information. The carpet might tell a cat that another pet has walked through the room, while the couch might hold the scent of the person who sat there earlier. To a cat, the world is a tapestry of overlapping smells that paint a detailed picture of their environment. Number 4, touch. While humans rely heavily on their hands for tactile information, cats have a different way of interacting with the world. Their whiskers or vibrissa are incredibly sensitive and can detect even the slightest changes in air currents. These whiskers are not just on the sides of their noses, but also above their eyes and on their legs. Whiskers help cats navigate their environment, especially in tight or dark spaces. When a cat's whiskers brush against something, they provide the cat with detailed information about the size, shape, and texture of the object, as well as its proximity. Cats also use their paws to explore their world. The pads on a cat's paws are sensitive to temperature, pressure, and texture. They help a cat gauge the stability of the surface they are walking on, whether it's a smooth tile floor, a rough concrete pavement, or a soft carpet. Cats are very particular about the surfaces they walk on and often avoid surfaces that feel uncomfortable or unsafe under their paws. Number 5, movement. One of the most striking things about cats is their movement. Cats are built for agility and precision. They are natural acrobats, capable of jumping great distances and landing with grace. This is due in part to their flexible spines and powerful hind legs, which allow them to leap several times their body length in a single bound. In a cat's world, movement is a key part of survival. Whether they are stalking prey or evading a predator, their ability to move swiftly and silently is crucial. This agility also extends to their reflexes. Cats have an extraordinary ability to react quickly to sudden changes in their environment. This is why they can leap out of the way of danger or catch a falling object with such speed. Cats are also masters of stealth. They can move through their environment with barely a sound, thanks to the soft pads on their paws and their ability to distribute their weight evenly across their limbs. This allows them to approach prey without being detected or to retreat from a situation without drawing attention to themselves. Number 6. Social interaction. Cats are often described as solitary animals, but this is a bit of an oversimplification. While it's true that many cats are more independent than dogs, they are still social creatures that form bonds with other cats and with humans. However, their social interactions are often more subtle and complex than those of other animals. In a cat's world, territory is of utmost importance. Cats are territorial animals, and they are very conscious of their personal space. They use scent marking, body language, and vocalizations to communicate with other cats and to establish boundaries. When two cats meet, they engage in a complex dance of body language, with each cat trying to assert dominance or establish a hierarchy. Cats also have a unique way of interacting with humans. They form strong bonds with their owners, but they do so on their own terms. A cat might choose to sit on your lap or sleep beside you, but it will do so when it feels comfortable and safe. Cats often communicate with their owners through purring, mewing, and body language, but these signals can be subtle and easy to miss if you're not paying attention. Number 7. Emotions and cognition. Cats are often perceived as aloof or indifferent, but this couldn't be further from the truth. Cats experience a range of emotions, from joy and contentment to fear and anxiety. They are sensitive creatures that are highly attuned to their environment and to the people around them. A sudden change in routine, a loud noise, or a new person in the house can cause a cat to become stressed or anxious. Cats also have a remarkable memory. They can remember specific people, places, and events, and they can form strong associations between certain actions and outcomes. For example, a cat might remember that the sound of a can opener means food, or that a certain spot in the house is a good place to nap. However, cats are also creatures of habit. They thrive on routine and predictability, and they can become stressed or anxious when their environment changes unexpectedly. This is why it's important to provide a stable and consistent environment for your cat, with plenty of familiar places to rest and play.